It's time for another Dice Tower review with Randy White and Mark Streed.
Hello folks, welcome to Boardgame Corner. I'm Mark.
And I'm Randy.
This week we're taking a look at Mice and Mystics, the new expansion, Downwood Tales.
Downwood Tales is produced by Plaid Hat Games and introduces a brand new saga to the Mice and Mystics series, including new characters and new environments. The saga consists of 10 chapters, each of which plays in about 90 minutes and supports 1 to 4 players.
And what do you get in the box? You get a slew of new stuff in the box. There's a 100-plus page storybook, 3 new hero figures, 23 minion figures, 1 tree overlay, 1 branch overlay, 8 dual-sided forest tiles, 34 mouse ability cards, 61 search cards, 9 new encounter cards, and 3 sheets of die cutout counters. Downwood Tales is an epically large adventure. This time around, it's a 100-plus page story. So many new things to do here. It takes you from the heights of the tallest trees to ravines to caves underground, rivers flowing. It's just expansive and huge this go-round.
This expansion contains 3 new playable characters. Ansel, who's a mouse, Diddy, who's a shrew, and Jacob, who's a gecko, including a detachable tail that keeps him from being captured. There are also quite a few new skills and a large variety of new items.
It also comes with several new enemies. You've got Hester the snake. You have weasels. You have moles, fairies, frogs, newts. It just goes on and on. And there's even Jacob has a pet that he can use throughout the game. A lot of neat new characters.
There are 9 new encounter cards, including the ability to bring about nightfall, which will radically change the dynamics of your adventure. There's also a clever mechanic with a tree branch, which overlays the conventional tiles, and that's where you will begin your first adventure in your first chapter. There's also 2 new status conditions, Cursed and On Fire, because it's just not an adventure unless there's a chance of you catching fire.
As we said before, there's lots of new environments, lots of neat new tiles. There's lava, there's running water, streams, hazards there. There's a lot of new outdoor areas, ravines.
There's lily ponds, there's beehives, there's decapitated statues. There's something for everyone.
That's right. All right, we've had opportunity to play this several times, but we still haven't made it through the massive epic adventure. So this is going to be more of like an overview. And, if you are a Mice Mystics fan, then, you should really pick this up because it's a huge epic adventure and a lot of fun. And a lot of times you're just skating by the skin of your teeth. We definitely found that some of the adventures can be pretty challenging, right?
Yeah, it's not a cakewalk, or in this case, it's not a cheesecake walk.
Exactly.
It is a tough, as you said, skin your teeth battle quite often. We finished one just last night, and we each had only 1 life or 1 health point left.
And we were down to the last chapter as well.
Or end of the first chapter.
End of the first chapter,
yes.
Yeah. So really fun, very huge, bigger than life type game, even though you're as small as a mouse. But it's just a huge, epic, expansive story.
Now, those who have played the original game will notice something perhaps very subtle. This is more of an outdoor game, as we've mentioned. Yep. And what they've done is they have made the color palette in both the tiles as well as the cards and the items. It's much more vibrant, much more colorful. In the first game, there were a lot of browns. Yeah, right. So it does make it more appealing to the eye.
Definitely. And we also found that we were playing somewhere around 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's not a 90-minute game. It's 2.5, maybe even 3 hours per game, and even longer when you're initially learning it. Yeah. Now, we think those who have already played the base game of Mice and Mystics will probably enjoy the Downwood Tales expansion. However, if you haven't played the base game before, definitely try that before you invest in Downwood Tales. Now, one of the differences between Mice and Mystics and some of the other epic campaigns out there, first of all, is the storytelling. Mark and I have played games like Last Night on Earth, Touch of Evil, and the D&D games like Wrath of Ashardalon, Ravenloft, and Drizzt. The thing that Mice and Mystics brings to the table that those don't have is an epic story and lots of character development and interaction.
Huge amount of character development.
Because you're reading a page or two of text every time you go to the next tile.
Right.
So that's a big difference. The other thing is that if you don't like fighting zombies or vampires or demons or things like this, one of the big differences in Mice and Mystics is the fact that you're mice, and that distinguishes it from a lot of these other games.
You're fighting newts and frogs.
So it's much more family friendly. However, the one caveat's this: even though the game says on the side that it supports ages 7 and up, don't think you're just going to introduce this to younger players easily. There's a lot of small text. There's quite a bit of rules to learn.
Lots to learn. I mean, it's definitely a steeper learning curve.
So if you're willing to be the game master and learn those things and help instruct younger players, they may have a good time, but keep that in mind before you invest in the game.
Now, again, if you're a Mice and Mystics fan, you should pick this up. It is truly epic, and I can't stress that enough. I know I keep saying it, but this is a truly epic, huge storytelling adventure.
And part of its hugeness is its length in play.
Yeah.
It's got 10 chapters, and if you figure 90 minutes to maybe 3 hours per play, this could easily eat up your Thanksgiving or Christmas vacation.
Yeah, and well into the new year, right? So that's our overview this week. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, folks, we'll see you at the table.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.